I am going to try to explain what manifesting is as easily as possible. So I'm going to make it simple. Manifesting is bringing what you want into your life by focusing on your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs. So I follow the law of assumption, not the law of attraction. Law of attraction is more high frequency to match your desire, whatever the desired outcome is. So you pretty much have to match what you want. So if you want to be a millionaire, you have to think, feel, and act like a millionaire. I did not like law of attraction, so I went to law of assumption because it's so much easier. So whatever you assume to be true will be true about yourself, your others, and life. That becomes your reality. So if you assume I'm always chosen, I'm always prioritized, I am loved, everything always goes my way, I get everything I want, life is amazing, life will reflect that back to you. It's that simple. And of course, it's the opposite too. If you think everybody hates me, nobody wants to be my friend, I'm poor, nothing ever works out for me, life will reflect that back to you. So the thoughts you consistently think, especially the ones tied to an emotional identity, limiting beliefs you've maybe created from childhood, these shape what we experience. And we can change limiting beliefs. We can get rid of those with repetition. That's why I like robotic affirming. But, and it's not just one random thought. It's the dominant mental story you are constantly telling yourself. It is the default mode, pretty much. Your state of being, your identity, just who you are being, the version of yourself you constantly embody. So are you being the confident version of yourself who gets everything you want? That is what manifests also. Now, people can just embody the version of themselves they want to be. It wasn't that simple for me. I never really understood it when I first started. I've been robotically affirming for 4 years since I started the conscious creation game. It was hard for me to understand to just embody the state of yourself. So that's why I stick to assumption or affirming still. It's just easier for me. But yes, you can choose the identity, the state of being you want, and just manifest that way. Go on about your day as if it's already yours, and whenever it pops up in your head, just be like, it's mine, it's done, it's whatever, I ain't gotta worry about it. I like to affirm though. But so pretty much whatever you assume, what you are thinking most dominantly, and in cases who you believe you are, all create your reality. But I just like to keep it simple and change my thoughts with repetition. So there are many different techniques and methods people use. So don't be hard on yourself if it feels overwhelming. I get it, because there's a lot of ways people can go about it. Now, I do want to get a little bit deeper actually on embodying the state. I don't really embody the state. Now, I feel like a lot of people think you have to embody the state to manifest, and that's okay. But with me, law of assumption, what I assume to be true will be true. So I don't think I need to embody the state to manifest. But you can affirm without embodying the state and still receive your manifestation. Repetition alone, robotic affirming, focused affirming, or just your inner thoughts, keeping your inner thoughts aligned with your desired outcome, repeating the new story, can reprogram the subconscious over time, even if you don't feel anything. So I don't really worry about feelings when I manifest. The subconscious learns through repetition, persistence, consistency. So if you affirm something consistently without feeling, you will eventually start to assume it's true. And once it's assumed, it manifests. Do I think that embodying the state can speed it up? Abso-freaking-lutely. It's just like believing your affirmations. You don't have to believe them, but it can speed it up. Believing in manifestation. You don't have to believe it, but it speeds it up. You don't have to believe, but it just speeds it up. So you don't have to embody the state, but yes, it can speed it up. But when you embody the state, that means you think, feel, and act as if it's already yours. You create faster alignment between your inner world and your 3D world when you do embody the state. I don't do that. I don't embody the state. I just affirm. I use repetition. That's me. But okay, it's like affirming is planting the seed, while embodying the state is watering the seed and giving it sunlight. beats that shit up. But you don't have to do both, but combining them makes manifestation more natural. So pretty much, yes, you can absolutely affirm without feeling it. It will work if you persist. Embodying the state does add power, but it's not required for everyone. It wasn't for me. It just, it was very confusing for me. So I just was like, I'm going to affirm, persist, and receive. Thank you. And that's what I'm doing 4 years later. So it works for me. But yeah, some people, they just embody the versions of themselves that have it. They live their life as if they have it, as if it's theirs. And when it crosses their mind, they're just like, this is mine. I already have this, and go on about their day. Like if it crosses their mind, they just remind themselves that it's already theirs. And that's it. They don't really do robotically affirming, focused affirming. They're still affirming, but not like robotically affirming. They're just reminding themselves that it's theirs. So, but pretty much the key to everything, persist. Persist until it shows up in your reality. So, persist. But don't get caught up on the embodying the state part, because for me, it just wasn't. It was a no-go. So, it's okay to just robotically affirm until it shows up in your reality, because that's what I do. It's literally that simple. I just affirm it in my head for my desire. I am wealthy, I am wealthy, I am wealthy, until it shows up in my reality. Because literally repetition is what creates these assumptions anyways. And it's the law of assumption. So what you assume to be true will be true. So again, affirm, persist, receive.